Last time on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
You may take up to 3 items to help you in your mission.
You returned the missing ring. You repaired our instrument. In your honor, I shall play the Lawgiver's song, Traveling Music.
Thanks for letting us hear that. It was very enlightening.
Since you enjoyed it so much, here is an orchestrion of it that you can play whenever you want.
My scepter of light! Oh, thank you. Oh, what favor can I do for you in return?
What's behind this force field?
An ancient Chodak transporter pad.
This unit has the same sonic locking mechanism as the device in Media's temple.
That flashing light could mean trouble. We'd better get the scroll back to the ship so Debak can authenticate it. Beam us up.
Captain's log supplemental. We have successfully retrieved the Garidian's 5th scroll, and Tabak has verified the manuscript's authenticity.
Captain, a Garidian warbird is decloaking off the port bow. It is the Asurum, Captain Pintara's ship.
A subspace message was sent from your ship to the Garidian rebels. A full-scale revolution has erupted on Garrett.
Mother, there is no need to fight. We have the 5th scroll.
Captain Picard, I will power down my disruptors so you can lower your shields and let me beam Tibak, Avakar, and Lucana to my ship.
The Garidians have beamed aboard the Asiram.
Captain, we are receiving an emergency transmission from Starfleet headquarters.
Attention all Federation vessels. This is a Priority 1 alert. A Romulan fleet has crossed the neutral zone into Federation space. A state of war now exists between the Federation and the Romulan Empire.
I want you to proceed to the Galder Delta system and report to Commander Chan at Outpost 543.
Torpedo away.
And now the continuation.
Hello everyone, this is your host Angel speaking, and we're resuming our Let's Play of Star Trek A Final Unity, episode 7 now I believe. And when we last left, the Romulans had invaded, and we got into an unexpected battle as I was trying to explain the astrogation systems. But we are now on our course to Outpost 543 to help muster a defense against the Romulan invasion. And we should be arriving momentarily. Just a quick note, I have figured out how to make the battles not so quick, so it should actually be more controllable. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And also at some point I probably need to visit a starbase to rearm the ship, because I wasted like 50 or so torpedoes in the last fight, if not more. Yeah, we only have a finite amount to use. So
Helm, standard orbit.
Well, I think we're supposed to be by an outpost, but I see nothing but black there. Anyway, let's hail the outpost.
Greetings, Captain. I can't tell you how glad we are to see the Enterprise.
Again, a photorealistic face, but I don't recognize this one from any of the shows. I could be wrong, but yeah, I don't recognize her. Someone might do and tell me, but yeah, okay. That just makes this weirder. But then again, Admiral Williams is also someone I don't really recognize. Strange. Anyway, let's get on with it.
We're happy to assist. What can you tell us about the invasion?
The first wave seems to have passed through the sector already. There were dozens of warbirds. We thought we were done for, but they just kept going.
They didn't even attempt to attack?
No. It looks like they were headed for the Zatarnus Nebula. We don't know why.
Are there any other ships in the area?
The USS Heirs came through a few hours ago, but they headed off to intercept a group of warbirds. The Klingons have promised to send us support, but we've just detected some incoming warbirds. They're headed for COM Relay 543 in the Pax Sonoma system. Captain, we can't afford to lose another COM station.
Com Relay 543 from Outpost 543. Okay, well, in theory, yes, the Enterprise can match a warbird, but against more than that, that's dangerous. But if you remember, Aramat did say, the Ferengi Aramat said that there was a refit of the Romulan fleet and that the systems had suffered, like defenses and cloaking, but they can actually outrun any Federation ships. So it might be that we'll have a better chance against multiple targets, and also, you know, we have to defend the Federation, so let's go do it.
We're on our way. Set course for the Pax Annona system, Warp 9. Engage.
Okay, we should be there any second. So we're going out to Warp 9.
Captain, 3 warbirds are entering the system.
3, okay.
They are not cloaked.
Red alert! Shields up!
I don't understand it. They're not even attempting to hide.
Weren't you listening, Troy? Didn't you hear what Aramat said?
Could it be some kind of trick?
Prepare to engage, Mr. Worf.
Captain, the Romulans are changing course. They are retreating.
Well, I guess it's better that they retreat. There's no reason to get into a fight if we can avoid it, so...
Then it appears we've done our job. Let them go, Mr. Worf.
Tell Commander Chan what happened.
What do you have to report, Captain?
The relay station has been secured. The Romulans were not in the mood to fight.
Good work, Captain. But I'm afraid I have some disturbing news. We've lost contact with the USS Heirs, somewhere in the Baramar system.
Another Romulan attack?
Possibly. In his last report, Captain Ward said he'd encountered and destroyed several warbirds. Apparently, they weren't using their cloaking devices and were badly underarmed.
As I explained?
We heard rumors that the Romulans had refitted a number of warbirds, but why would they purposely weaken their battleships before an invasion?
Well, it sounds like they're in a race, one they want to win very badly. Your own words, Picard.
Maybe you'll find the answer to that when you find the heirs.
We'll do our best, Commander. Picard, set course for the Barimar system, maximum warp. Engage.
So, I think we're actually going to have to fight this time. But, yeah, I lowered the CPU cycle count on this. So going so fast before, it's just running CPU so fast, that's why the combat is schizophrenic like it is. But it should be a lot more doable now. I'm also going to go to engineering quickly and increase our power outputs, so we've got some more power available.
Sensors are picking up debris and radiation consistent with the destruction of an Ambassador-class vessel.
Oh, nice. The Enterprise C was an Ambassador class, as I recall.
The Heirs.
Are there any signs of survivors?
No, sir.
Captain, Romulan warbird decloaking to starboard.
Evasive maneuvers.
Alright, here we go.
Locking
Targeting
weapons.
Romulan warbird.
Torpedo locked.
Oh, gonna ram.
Romulan vessel. This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Starship Enterprise.
I am Tiralac, commander of the Imperial warbird Psionex.
Your ship is crippled, Tiralac. I'm offering to beam you and your crew aboard the Enterprise. You will be well treated.
Well, that was quick.
No doubt. Unfortunately, we will not be able to accept your generous offer.
Captain, Energy emissions from the Psionex are rapidly increasing. I believe they have activated their self-destruct system.
Helm, back us off. I don't want us anywhere near that ship when it goes.
Okay, well, we got a chance to interrogate him quickly, so...
Why did your ships cross the neutral zone, Tirolac? Surely you knew that you would be intercepted.
Of course we did.
Then what was the purpose? There was nothing to be gained from this.
We gained far more than you realize.
Well, let's try and save him.
Mr. Data, lock onto Commander Tirolac. Beam him aboard now.
Yes, sir.
Too late, Picard. Too late for all of you.
Did the game just crash? No, it just spent a while thinking about it. Okay, that was lucky.
Has been destroyed.
Alert cancelled. Condition green.
Alright, well, I'm glad we didn't have to fight too much. Okay. Yeah, let's keep our reactor output high. So I did a quick bit of checking on the manual. The red bar here is total reserve power, and I think this is the total current power assigned. So, yeah. As long as we have this reserve power in place, we should be alright. Everything else... See, we can increase our sensor range. This is useful if you're going to track warbirds, I think, or cloaked ships. Tractor beams. We have tractor beams, except I don't remember how to use them, if they're useful at all. But anyway. So yeah, I think if you keep these too high, it's risking possible damage to the ship, but yeah. That's all I'm going to do for the moment in engineering. Hopefully that's all I really need to do. Let's see. Alright, well, that's that warbird taken care of. Let's inform Commander Chan.
What do you have to report, Captain?
The Heirs was lost with all hands. We engaged and defeated a warbird, but unfortunately, the Romulans destroyed themselves to avoid capture.
The Romulans have a strange conception of honor. Well, there's no time to dwell on that. I have another assignment for you.
We probably could use some repairs. Replenish some of our organic supplies, like what, food? Got replicators.
We're in need of some repairs.
There's no time. We've just received a communication from a Klingon attack cruiser in the Bela system. They reported engaging 3 warbirds headed for this outpost. Give the Klingons any assistance they need, and make sure those warbirds don't get through.
We're on our way. Laying a course for the ballast system, warp 9. Engage.
Alright. Hopefully the Klingons have managed to take care of this situation. If not, we'll of course assist our honourable allies in glorious combat to the gates of Sto-vo-kor if necessary.
We are receiving a message from Captain Kidra of the Bortas.
The Bortas was one of the first Klingon ships to offer assistance when the Romulan invasion began.
Captain Kidra fought with me against the Duras. He is a warrior of great courage.
Put him on screen. Greetings, Captain. This is Jean-Luc Picard of the Enterprise.
Captain Picard, it is an honor.
That guy... Yeah, this is another photorealistic face, and I'm pretty sure this guy is a Klingon who showed up in the episode Aquiel, which I think is a Season 6 episode, where Geordi falls in love with some arrogantish lieutenant who's suspect in some kind of murder. It has a shape-changing alien in it that has some kind of funny CGI effects towards the end when he tries to eat LaForge. But yeah, this was a Klingon captain or Klingon delegate or something who came and basically, here's your missing lieutenant. So I'm pretty sure it's that guy. But anyway.
The honor is mine.
Lieutenant Worf speaks very highly of you.
As well he should. We crushed many enemies together. Well, I bear good news, Captain. We have saved one of your communication relays from a Romulan attack.
Then we are in your debt. Do you require any assistance with your ship or crew?
None whatsoever. We were completely unscathed. And, Captain, we captured a warbird and many prisoners. It was a truly glorious victory.
That's actually quite impressive, and a potential goldmine of sensitive intelligence, not only of the capabilities of the warbird, but with all the prisoners and what it could possibly give in terms of information about the Romulan fleet and state of Romulan politics and all that jazz. So, that's good.
You captured a Romulan warbird without any resistance?
They had little to resist us with. When we boarded their ship, we found that it had been severely modified, stripped of most weapons and many other systems as well.
Yeah, so keeping up with the pattern that we've established so far.
Why would they purposely make themselves so vulnerable?
The modifications nearly doubled their engine power. It seems they were willing to sacrifice weapons for speed.
Captain, such modifications would have placed extreme stresses on the warbird's hull. It would not have survived an extended mission.
Maybe they never expected to survive. Maybe they were on a suicide mission.
But a suicide mission for what?
During our interrogations, the prisoners mentioned a weapon of some kind. Perhaps that is what they were seeking.
Tell me about the battle. I want to hear.
Tell me about the battle.
We were on patrol in the ballast system near your relay station when we detected 3 warbirds approaching rapidly.
You engaged 3 warbirds with a single ship.
I wouldn't care to face those odds even in the Enterprise.
Well, we did try, but they ran away, if you recall.
We were ready for an honorable death as we closed with their lead ship. We locked our disruptors, prepared to fire, and they fled. The cowards ran from us even though they held the advantage.
They didn't even attempt to attack the station?
They were concerned only with escape. By the time we disabled their first ship, the other 2 were already out of range.
Were you able to track them?
Yes, for a while. We believe they were heading for the Zetanis Nebula.
The Zetanis Nebula again, so that seems to be an important point where we'll be going to at some point.
What exactly did you learn from the prisoners?
They spoke of an ancient weapon, a relic of a long-dead race known as the Chodak. A weapon of ultimate power which would solve all their problems, put an end to their war, and destroy both the Federation and the Klingon Empire.
Well, that's quite bold, and once again the Chodak. I think all lines are pointing towards the Chodak at this point.
You sound as if you don't believe this weapon exists.
It is nothing more than a desperate fantasy. According to our reports, their empire will soon be overrun by alien invaders. The Romulans are clutching for anything they think can save them.
Assuming the weapon is real, how did the Romulans expect to find it?
Apparently, they found clues to the weapon's supposed location at the site of some Chodak ruins. Now they're wasting valuable ships on a useless quest while their empire burns. Fools.
Okay. I'm not sure it's wise to just completely dismiss the fact that the Romulan Empire might be overrun by an unknown aggressor, considering both the Federation and the Klingons border Romulan space. Because, who's to say that unknown aggressor won't, immediately start trying to steamroll over both the Klingons and the Federation. So, yeah, I would take a bit more concern over this. But, Chodak ruins. Well, we already know some Chodak ruins on Horst 3 with Shaynok, I believe. So it might be worth paying another visit to old Shaynok again.
Can you tell us anything else about the Romulans' war?
They are fighting a formidable adversary. Extremely powerful aliens from the far side of their empire. We know nothing more than that.
With your permission, I'd like to question the Romulan commander myself. I can beam over immediately.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. The commander is presently indisposed. Perhaps permanently.
Klingon interrogation techniques, eh? Yeah, they're Klingons. They'll do Klingon stuff. I don't think it's necessary to say that. Let's just appreciate the help.
We appreciate your help, Kidra. Thank you. Kapla.
Success to you as well, Picard. Good hunting.
So, yeah, again, that brief bit about the...
What could the Romulans be up to?
That brief bit about the Romulans fighting that Empire. Extremely powerful aliens, so that's definitely something to be concerned about, and certainly wouldn't Starfleet notice that the Romulan fleet had been moved to counter this threat? I don't know. Questions abound.
They are not eager to fight. Their actions seem somewhat desperate.
I'm beginning to wonder if this really is an invasion after all.
According to the information provided by Captain Kidra, the modifications to the warbirds will render the ships unusable within a few weeks. That would seem inconsistent with the needs of a long-term occupational force.
But they made those modifications for a reason. Speed. It looks like they're trying to get to the Zatarnis Nebula as fast as they can.
Agreed. The question is, why?
Why indeed? Well, let's update Commander Chan on the situation.
Captain, what do you have to report?
The Bortas chased off the warbirds.
One Klingon ship chased off 3 warbirds?
Incidentally, the Bortas, that's Gowron's ship. As, you know, I guess that ship, he gave it away after he became Chancellor. Anyway, famous ship.
Not only that, it disabled and captured one of them.
I think I'll send Captain Kidra a bottle of Saurian brandy along with my thanks.
He certainly earned it. According to his prisoners, the Romulans are not interested in invading the Federation, at least not yet. Apparently they're heading for the Zatarnis Nebula.
That nebula has no strategic value. What are they looking for?
We believe they're seeking an ancient weapon built by the Chodak.
The Chodak? I've heard the stories. Some kind of star-eating superweapon hidden in the nebula. But they're just stories. The Romulans wouldn't risk war over a myth.
I like how other people have all heard about this story, and yet Picard, the archaeologist, has not. Or no one else on the Enterprise. But yeah, okay, whatever.
But the Romulans never do anything without considering all the consequences. Perhaps there's more truth to these stories than we realized.
All right, Captain. A pair of Klingon attack cruisers have just arrived in the sector to support us. I think we can manage without you. If you want to investigate this Chodak weapon further, you're free to do so.
Thank you, Commander. I intend to get to the bottom of this.
Sir, we are receiving a signal from Starfleet. It is Admiral Williams.
On screen. Greetings, Admiral. What can we do for you?
Captain, Commander Chan notified us of your findings. Your suspicions that this was not a full-scale invasion appear to be correct. The Romulan incursion appears to be limited to the sectors between the neutral zone and the Zatarnis Nebula.
We must find out what they're really after.
Agreed. The recurring thread through all this seems to be the Chodak. Do you have any ideas where to begin?
Most of the surviving Chodak ruins are in Romulan space. However, we recently discovered a new site on Phrygius. There's also a Vulcan archaeologist, Shaynok, who's an expert on the Chodak. I'll attempt to contact him as well.
All right, Captain. Good luck.
What are your orders, Captain?
I should like to consider the situation a bit further.
Okay, so we have 2 threats. We have Shaynok and we can go back to Phrygius. But first, I want to go visit a starbase to
access enabled.
Repair the ship.
Online.
And I need to... There we go. So, sector... Let's go sector 131.
Engage.
No! Oh, okay. And yes. "81 light years." Jesus. Okay. Well, it should be...
An urgent message is coming in from Chancellor Lorac of Phrygius.
On screen.
Captain Picard, a Romulan warbird has invaded our system. You promised to defend us. Please come as quickly as you can.
Set course for Frigis. Warp 8.
We can go faster than that. Come on.
Engage.
Okay, we'll go to Frigis first. And then we'll go to the starbase. I am just going to save quickly here, though. So yeah, I think we're going to get another battle here over Frigis. And then we'll go to the starbase and get repaired. In fact, probably makes sense to do this after this battle anyway, so...
Captain's log supplemental. We have arrived at Frigis in response to a distress call from Chancellor Lorac. Although he claims to have been attacked by the Romulans, we can find no evidence that any battle ever took place.
Sensors are picking up a vessel.
Yellow.
A Romulan warbird is on
Targeting
sensors.
Romulan warbird.
Fire!
We are being hailed. The ship have been hit. Damage.
Oh, this view system is terrible. Okay.
Fire.
We are being hailed.
Slow down.
Hailed.
Fire.
No damage.
Warning.
Being hailed.
Oh, we've suffered damage. It looks like we've lost a phaser bank.
Being hailed.
Fire.
We are being hailed. Direct hit.
Oh my god, these views are terrible. Now it's free view. How can we get back? Ah, okay, there we go. This is the kind of view I want.
Hailed. Torpedo away.
Keep firing.
Our phaser fire missed.
Fire.
We are being hailed.
Fire.
We are being hailed.
Still a little faster combat, but it's still nowhere near as bad as it was. Oh, no ramming, please. He's going down. He's going down. Come on.
We are being hailed. Torpedo away. The shields are holding.
Warning.
Damage to the sensor array.
Uh-oh, this is not going well.
We have been hit.
Yeah, we're taking heavy damage here. We are taking heavy damage. Come on. These sound effects are not good.
Torpedo away.
Come on, 10 torpedoes. That should be enough.
Are empty.
Oh, you're kidding me. We're out of torpedoes.
Photon tubes are empty.
This is not good. This is not good.
We are being hailed.
Well, they're not firing either, so that's good at least. But can we win with just phasers? I don't know. I need a phaser that works, please.
Full stop.
What's going on here? Are we that screwed? Got no power at all. 3 minutes to repair. Jesus. Okay, well... this is not good. I may have miscalculated on this one. Can we actually I think we're screwed. Okay, I'm gonna reload.
You put up...
It's a good day to...
Yeah, okay.
There is no response to our hail.
Well, fuck it. Let's go ramming speed. No, we can't even do that because we can't move. Oh my god.
Photon tubes are empty.
Alright, I'm gonna have to restart the game. I'm back, and let's try that again.
Space.
Captain's log supplemental.
We have arrived at Phrygius in response.
Sensors are picking
Yellow.
a Romulan war.
Let's try not to die this time.
Torpedo locked. Have been hit.
Fire.
We are being hailed. Our phaser fire missed.
Fire.
We are
Oh yeah, I need to lower the speed. Luckily there's a shortcut to do that. Let's try not to use all our torpedoes.
Our phaser fire missed. We are being hailed.
No damage.
We are being hailed.
Fire.
We are being hailed.
Fire.
We who are about
Thank you.
salute you.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, this combat is still not great, and I might still need to slow it down further.
Been destroyed.
Let's see.
Cancelled. Condition green.
That should be better for now. But yeah, that's a negative for this game. The fact that you cannot exit combat without exiting the game. I had to restart the game, and this is actually my third load, because the second load I pretty much instantly died again. So yeah, this is not going to bode well potentially for a future fight.
To thank you for coming to our rescue. If I can help you in any way, please let me know.
I'd like to beam a team down to your planet and talk with you more directly.
You and your crew will be most welcome.
Alright, well, I guess we're going back to Phrygius. I think this is just a single conversation, and we're going to take Picard this time. Wait for the beam down. There we go. Let's take Picard.
Please report to the transporter room.
And we'll take Worf as security. The thing is, I'm pretty sure we don't need the other people, but we can just beam down these two people. But let's just for the sake of it,
Butler, please report to the transporter room.
get these two people,
Carlstrom, please report to the transporter room.
these two randoms that we're never going to use again, just for the sake of it. Butler and Karlstrom. They can listen to us talk. What do they sound like, I wonder?
There's nothing in there. Nothing unusual here.
There's nothing out of the ordinary here. It's a pyramid. I'm not sure what to make of these readings.
That is a fantastic voice actor.
I'm not sure what to make of these readings.
Yeah, this guy... Yeah, no. Let's go talk to Lorac.
Thank you for allowing us to beam down.
I welcome you in the lawgiver's name. Although the sects have refused to help, I am more than willing to assist you.
How did the Romulans manage to find you?
The Garidians and the Romulans are allies. The commander of that Garidian ship you met must have gone back and told them.
Why would the Romulans be interested in Phrygius?
At first, we thought they wanted to help their allies by forcing us to return to Garrod. But instead, they demanded information about the Chodak and the Unity device. We remained silent so they couldn't find us.
Your world appears to be intact. I trust there was no damage from the Romulan vessel.
The Romulans were not as courteous as you were, so we never let down our defenses. They were unable to penetrate our chameleon field, and they left without inflicting any damage.
The ancient Chodak have suddenly assumed great importance in galactic affairs. We were hoping you could tell us some more about them.
Our people have always been fascinated by the ruins found when our ancestors arrived here. Over the years, we have learned many things about the Chodak society and technology.
What do you know about Chodak society?
Their empire spanned this quadrant, encompassing tens of thousands of star systems. It endured for 100,000 years. Then, 900,000 years ago, it disintegrated, almost overnight.
I think that's a fairly common theme. At least I've heard it before. I think the Romulan Empire is something similar in Star Trek, and then there's the Rakatans in Star Wars, if you're a fan of the KOTOR series.
It's unusual for such an immense empire to last that long. What was the secret of their success?
They had a talent for administration. They had an entire planet called Alanor, from which they ruled their empire. The bureaucracy must have been colossal.
What else do you know about Chodak history?
We believe that the group which settled here and built these structures was not from the mainstream of Chodak society.
Why do you say that?
For one reason, this is a very small base. The structures the Chodak built could not have held more than a few thousand people. This could not have been a major colony.
And for another?
The Chodak settlers often referred to Alanor as the seat of evil, and frequently said that the Unity device, the Empire's chief means of control, had to be destroyed.
Unity device, eh? A final Unity? Roll credits? Kinda?
Perhaps the settlers here were similar to your own ancestors, fleeing an established society to pursue a different vision.
Perhaps, but I suspect the Chodak here played a far more active role. This outpost was only inhabited for a few decades, which coincided almost exactly with the end of the Empire as a whole.
These reasons are not strong grounds for believing the settlers here were rebels.
There are 1,000 more small clues, all pointing to the same conclusion. But there is one major mystery which could resolve the question completely.
What is this mystery?
A century ago, our scientists found a Chodak data crystal. We believe it contains the answers we seek, but unfortunately, the crystal is extremely old and fragile. Our equipment is not sophisticated enough to read it without destroying it.
Perhaps the Enterprise's computers could read your Chodak data crystal safely.
Very well. I will entrust the crystal to you. All I ask is that you share whatever you discover to satisfy our own curiosity.
What do you know about Chodak technology?
We do not fully understand the principles behind it, but we've been able to make some of it function. The chameleon field that disguises our world, for example, is a Chodak invention.
What else have you discovered about Chodak technology?
They had an unusual way of navigating that seemed to be based on how long it took to travel between different points at a particular speed. Unfortunately, I don't know how they defined their basic units, so I can't be more specific.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Chodak technology?
They created special shielding materials which could block out any transporter beams we know of, yet their own transporters could pass through them easily.
What else have you discovered about Chodak technology?
You keep repeating the same question, Picard. Just let him talk.
They use devices similar to isolinear rods as keys to many of their machines. Here, let me give you one.
Which I just happen to have on my person.
How does it work?
When this programmer is twisted around the rod's end, it can alter the rod's settings, making it a sort of all-purpose key. If you use the programmer properly, you can activate almost any Chodak machine or computer.
I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Chodak technology?
The crowning glory of their technology was something called the Unity device that made it possible for them to control their far-flung empire.
Do you have any more details about this Unity device?
I think it was a superweapon with almost unlimited powers. When the Chodak lost it somehow, their empire fell apart almost immediately.
If you'll excuse me, I have other duties to attend to. Perhaps we can talk again later.
As you wish. May the spirit of the lawgiver guide your path through the stars.
Okay, so we got a huge exposition dump there about the Chodak, which of course seems to have taken on galactic significance, in particular because of the Romulan invasion. The Romulans are racing to the Zatanus Nebula. There's a rumour of a super weapon there, so it's possible this Unity device is in that nebula. But we don't have any specific coordinates, and a nebula is many light years across, so we're going to need to do more investigations. So our next port of call should be Horst 3.
We've done all we can here. Beam us up.
And of course we've got this crystal which
Chancellor Lorac was most helpful. We now know what the Romulans are seeking.
We've got this crystal now which will allow us to hopefully investigate some more information.
Do you think the Romulans have really found the Unity device?
We know already if they had.
The device is that powerful?
I'm not sure, but without it, an empire which spanned this entire section of the galaxy disintegrated overnight.
What are your orders, Captain?
Yes.
I should like to consider the situation a bit further.
Right, now go to the starbase, please.
Warp engines unable to sustain current speed. Reducing speed to maximum warp.
Engage.
Don't need to see the cutscenes every time. Okay, so yeah, let's get to the starbase.
Nebula.
Quickly as possible. And data, what about this?
The ship's computer has completed its attempt to read the damaged Chodak data crystal we received from Chancellor Lorac.
Any success, Mr. Data?
Only in part, sir. Much of the information was corrupted, as we had feared. But there is one section that may be of interest in our current situation. As Chancellor Lorac guessed, Frigis was indeed a rebel base. The crystal explains how the rebels stole information from the main computer on Alinor and used it to attack the Unity device itself. The rebels used a programmable encryption rod to access Alinor's main computer and learn vital information about the Unity device. This information was then used to plan a raid against the Unity device. There is then a corrupted section and a brief mention of a space freighter called the Wrinkle. I am not certain what the connection is between the freighter and the raid. The complete text of the information may of course be found in the ship's computer.
Okay.
Core access enabled. Systems online.
I think this would be analysis. Data crystal. Okay. It's a data storage medium. It's like Isolina chips. Okay. Our forces are ready for the assault on the Unity device. I will be leading the attack, so this will be my final log, whether we succeed or fail. The following: data corrupt. We used the programmable encryption rod designed by Chief Scientist Bordalis to access the Empire's central computer on the administration planet, Alinor. With the codes we obtained, we will be able to data corrupt. The final attack will commence at data corrupt. We'll intercept the space liner Wrinkle, disable its engines and jam communications. The Grints will then proceed to the Unity device and engage the chameleon field. With luck, the Unity device sensors will mistake the Grints as the Wrinkle. If our ship succeeds in docking, the assault teams will disembark and data corrupt. Once we have control of the Unity device, we will use its powers to data corrupt into the future and out of reach of the meddling bureaucrats for all time. End of file. I've got some other things here, but that's what I'm interested in. Okay, so they sent it into the future is the basic gist I got there, and it's possible this is the point in time it's reappeared. And this is why the Romulans are racing to the Zatanus Nebula to try and get it. So yeah, we got lots of information here, but
Hail the starbase.
But we still need to go to Horse 3 after we visited the starbase.
Hailing the starbase.
Cleared for docking.
Take us in, number 1.
But let's enjoy this cutscene. I think you're seeing more of that because I've slowed down the CPU cycles, so yeah, you see that kind of thing a bit more often. But anyway, I'm going to speed it up actually a bit, so it's not too much of a problem. But anyway, I've always loved that starbase design. I think it's great. It's huge. It's amazing. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just a great little piece of technology. Okay, so I think this repairs the ship then, and
Admiral.
No, I'm sure we should be able to hail the starbase.
Mr. Worf.
Captain.
Okay, well, I think that has rearmed us. I think it's automatic. I could be wrong. Let's try and go to...
Targeting area.
I wish I knew how to check how many torpedoes we had. Hey look, we can see the starbase. Can we see the starbase? Oh, could we attack the starbase? That'd be funny. I'm not going to do that. Alright, I'm going to save, and I think I'm actually going to stop here for today. We will go to Horst 3 in the next episode, and I think from then we get a location of the planet Alanor, and sort of the latter parts, or certainly towards the end game of a Final Unity, because I think after that we find possibly the Unity device, and then that's basically the final away mission. So yeah.
Sir, we are receiving a signal from Starfleet. It is Admiral Williams.
Okay.
On screen. Greetings, Admiral. What can we do for you?
An unknown alien race has just crossed the neutral zone into Federation space. All attempts to communicate with them have failed.
Are they hostile?
Definitely. So far, every ship and outpost in their path has been attacked, disabled, and left for dead.
Do we have any idea of their objectives?
That's the strangest part. It looks like they're pursuing the Romulan fleet into the Zatanus Nebula.
Then my first instinct will be to let them go with our blessings.
I wish we could. Unfortunately, Outpost Delta 08 lies directly on their present course. We can't afford to lose it. Proceed at best possible speed to the Heirs system and intercept.
Understood. Picard out.
What are your orders, Captain?
Set course for the Heirs system. Maximum warp. Engage.
Okay, well, I believe this is going to be the hardest tactical fight in the whole game, because I think this is going to be a Chodak ship we're engaging. All of the information at this point points to the Chodak being the possible race they're engaging, or at least someone related to the Chodak, and I'm going to, because we're getting there pretty quickly, save again. So yeah, I will do this battle in the next episode, and after that, assuming we don't die a million times, we will go on to Horst 3. I hope that the starbase actually rearmed and repaired us. If not, well, I'll get to that problem when we come to it. So yeah. So until next time, my friends, take care.